Just as a preview, here is what I'm going to be walking you through. I'm going to be making these knobs tonight for a piece of furniture that I'm working on, just doing a little refinishing on it. You'll actually see that in a video next week. But I'm going to walk you through the process on how to make these. You're just going to need 3 things on hand, so it's very easy, very cost effective, and it's great. Hey guys, it's Sarah Joy. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be showing you tonight how to do a DIY antique brass hardware. These are super popular and they're so pricey wherever you go to try to get them. You have to get them specially crafted. A lot of the cheaper brass hardware that you find online is just so shiny and actually looks cheap at the end of the day, which is the opposite of what you want it to do. So I'm going to show you how to do a DIY version of this that really looks great. But real quick, if you're brand new here, I want to invite you to join my channel and click subscribe. Every single Tuesday, I come out with videos walking you behind the scenes on projects that I'm doing around my home or coming on to give you cost-effective and creative tips to bring more joy into your spaces. All right, let's get started on this project. So first of all, obviously, you're gonna need your hardware. Next, you're gonna need Mod Podge. This is gonna act as your glue. After that, you're gonna need some gilding flakes. I got these from a craft store like Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember where, but one tiny little jar of these is probably about $7 or $8, and it's gonna last you forever because it does not take much. After that, you'll need 2 paintbrushes. One of them is going to be for the glue, and the other one you will keep dry the entire time to help affix the gold leaf. And the last thing you'll need is rub and buff. I got this one in antique gold. So let's get started. With the brush that you're using for glue, just lightly apply some glue to your hardware. You want your brush to be pretty much dry and barely have anything on it, because otherwise it will break apart your gilding, and you don't want that to happen. So go ahead and apply just the thinnest layer of Mod Podge. The next thing that you'll do is to just lightly tap on a piece of gilding onto the Mod Podge. You just want your hardware to be sticky and not wet at all, otherwise it will rip apart the gilding. If it does start to get a little bit piecey, I do think that's fine because it goes with the antique look that we have going on. After you've applied it, let them rest for a little bit to start to dry. And then you'll take your dry brush to gently tap out the figure of the hardware. You just want the gilding to fully settle in all of the nooks and crannies and then dry properly. Once you've done that step, again, let them dry and rest for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes. Next, just start to lightly rub off the rest of the gilding flakes with your fingers. It should come right off and you should be left with just a raw looking, super shiny piece of gilded hardware. You're really just trying to tone down the shininess of the gilding and make it look like it is more aged and that it's been there a long time. I like to apply the rub and buff not evenly. I like to do it very sporadic. You'll notice that it's a lot darker than the gilding that you have on hand, and that's intentional. If it does seem too dark for you at first, just keep buffing it out until it gets to the desired look that you want. And that's really all you have to do. If you'd like to do a protective finish on it, you can do one last coat of Mod Podge on top, or you can do something like a polyacrylic or a spray finish that you have on hand. Again, you don't have to try to get these to be perfect at all. It's okay if the gilding builds up a little bit in some places and there's more breakthrough of the original metal underneath it. I think it all looks great. If you want to see how mine look as the finished product on the piece of furniture that I'm working on, make sure to stick around for next week when I show you what I have been working on. Until then, friends, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye. What a wonderful